What's going on, y'all? About to send this link out, then we're going to go ahead and get started. All right, what's going on, y'all? All right, yeah, I like this right here. Yeah, my bad. I'm quiet because I'm typing some stuff up. Kind of like this right here. Yeah, I kind of like gold, so I'm going to enter gold right here. Gotta type these TPs up. 18, 20, TP2, 18, 19, TP3, 18, 18, TP4. What's going on, y'all? All right, bam. Yeah, so I'm in gold right now. Well, there's a few trades we're kind of in. Some trades are kind of like swing trades because if y'all been on the charts, you already know this week's been a choppy week. I bet, so I'll just type in some stuff up. Me and the members are in gold right now. We're going to go over how we did yesterday in just a second. Yes, so we're going to go over how we did yesterday in just a second. But me and the members are currently in gold. We caught some huge moves yesterday. We're going to see if we can catch some more in this week on a great note. Because it was a slow start to the week. But things picked back up yesterday like I assumed. Because yesterday was kind of like the first normal regular day of the week. But all the trades we entered, we went over live yesterday. Like usual. Excuse me. And we entered most of them. I think only one we didn't enter live was NAS, but we went over NAS. If you just watch yesterday's live stream, literally the whole stream, I just kept talking about looking strictly for sells on all the indexes, and sure enough, indexes tanked. US30 tanked as well as SPX. Me and the members got into NAS100, caught a huge move, but literally all the indexes did the same move yesterday and dropped. US30 USDX did that as well, just not as smoothly as US30 NAS and SPX. That's why we focused on those. But let's see here. Let's see what we're going to mess with. Yeah, so we're going to pay attention to EUR/JPY. We're going to pay attention to GJ. Let's see what else. We're going to let that retrace again. We're going to let that retrace some. The AD pairs have been just ranging in this spot all week. So I want to see if it can break out this level. I didn't trade last night. I decided to reward myself with some sleep. But we could have jumped on these last night. But we're going to see if we can break these previous, this support level. I mean, this resistance level here. And see if we can turn to support level today. So that's what we're going to be looking on, because it's kind of just been in this box the whole time. GA is doing the same thing, so we're going to be looking for potential GA buys and your AED buys. Going to see if we can break that level there. Let's see what else is going on. Let's delete that, because I never retraced to that level. Yeah, so there's a few potential moves I see right here. We're already kind of in some USD pair trades, but we're nice and blue on those. And we're gonna go over that in just a second. Yeah, I want to see GJ hit this level again. That's what I like to see happen. But of course, if it drops down here, then we'll just look for a sell down there. But I want to see if GJ can retrace back up there. GN, I want to look for a sell when GN hits this level. Yeah, so kind of similar to yesterday. A lot of moves started during 8 session, but that's usually how it'll go down anyways. So we're going to be waiting for these retracements and retests. I'm literally just going down the list with y'all to see exactly what's going down. So I kind of like GA's position. We could go for a possible scalp here. We can go for a possible scalp. Excuse me. Yeah, so I'm just going down the list with y'all really quick to see potential trade setups and trade ideas. And then we're going to go over how the week's gone and how we did yesterday and all that good stuff. AU, like I said, a lot of these trades this week have kind of been swing trades, not intentional, but you know, it happens sometimes. We can't really put a set time limit on a move's going to finish this move, but that's why I just hope the SRTP is hit. We could have had multiple re-entries here on these USD trades. This thing restarted this move last night. So if you didn't get wicked out yesterday, you could have possibly re-entered. If you did get wicked out, but that thing's dumping. We're going to see if we can hit the next TP. So anything with New Zealand USD, we was in drawdown all Wednesday on that trade. But then yesterday TPs got hit. So hopefully most of y'all held that trade, because like I always say, you want to hold the SL or TP is hit. This move already started. This move started last night as well. So we're going to see how it reacts to this level here. We're going to wait for retracement, or we're going to see how it reacts to this level here, and then possibly jump in off this trade level here. We'll see though. Canadian New Zealand's retracing up as well. I'm going to see where it's currently at. Oh, it already did the retest and drop. So it started this move last night as well. What's going on, Sparky? I see you in here. What's going on, Daniel? Hey, Grand Rising, Shawn, I see you. Nighttime for me, but good one to y'all. Hey, what's going on, Diego? Yeah, it's still dark outside where I'm at too, but you know, it's technically the morning side, but I feel you. Where are you from? What country? Go ahead and drop what country you're in, if you want. All right. I think we're almost there. So me and the members are in gold right now. Our entry was like 1822, 1821. And we're a couple points away, a couple pips away from hitting TP1. So let's see if we can hit that. Like I've been saying for literally, if y'all been watching the stream for literally like the past weeks, not just been saying it, but been actively doing it, but strictly looking for sales. I know some people have been going for buys, but those were like kind of like scalps. But overall, on the bigger time frame, it was extremely bearish. And if you just look, you see all the sells we've been catching, but also you just see how price has just been gradually dropping. And even when it's been going up, it's been going down a lot farther each time it's gone up. You know what I'm saying? Like this went up, rejected, went up, dropped down twice as much as it went up, you know. And we just hit TP1. All right, so we're already getting started. We already get into it. 1819, going to the next GP. So let's see what. Yeah, so we're almost at the next TP for AU as well. And you did the same thing. Just doing a retest and dump. Could have possibly ran into this on this 15 because I think I ripped this 15. But that trade is still valid. We'll see if we can hit the next TP there. 80 CAD just broke this level. Gonna wait for a retest. Retracement. See if price can do that. And I need to update these levels here. So that's not going to be the full move I'm looking at. We're just scrolling through this stuff really quick. Mexico. Oh, okay, that's what's up. What's going on? Successful 71. I see you. All right, cool. So we got a decent looking entry here on NJ. So we're going to see how this 15 ends. Then possibly jump in on this. SL is not going to be too crazy. Just a decent and reasonable one. I kind of want to put it above this wick here. Just to be on the safe side. Just in case it does try to do like a wick out or something like that. So I might do that. But we're going to keep an eye on this as well. Next trade we do enter on stream, though, is going to be a free play. Those just joining the stream, we're only in one trade right now. What the heck? I don't know what just happened, but we're just going to slide that back over to the right. But we're in this gold trade right now. We are chilling at TP1. We are blue on our screens right now, me and the members on that trade. And of course, we're in some trades that we called earlier this week. All right, y'all just saw I fixed this. So now y'all seeing in real time what I be talking about. How my trading you be bugging sometimes. But the USD pairs are dumping. I just had this fixed as well. Yeah, I don't know what's going on with my thing. But we're just gonna fix it like that. And we're literally a pip and a half away from hitting the next TP on AU. NU's doing this thing as well. GU's probably dropping as well. Yeah, GU's dropping as well. So we could have possibly entered this in the last candlestick as well. But we're already in plenty of USD trades. Granted, those weren't called today, but we're still into USD trades, not including gold. So, like I always say, you don't need to jump into every correlating pair, but that doesn't mean there isn't other pairs that are valid. All right. So price is treating this level here as a strong support resistance level. But when we look to the left, it kind of makes sense, but it's still not a key level I want to trade off of. So we're just going to let price do its thing for now. NJ did break below this level. Going to see if it's going to do a retest. And depending on what that retest looks like, we might jump in on that. We want to see what these other pairs look like, though. Let's see what these other pairs are talking about. Yeah, New Zealand Cat's still bearish. It's definitely struggling to make a new low. So I want to see if that can happen maybe today. But it's definitely been on the choppier side. But most of these pairs have been on the choppier side. And that's just because of the week. All the stuff that's been going on this week. But next week should be back to normal. What would be a good SL? I guess I could put it above this level here. Yeah, so we're going to let that do its thing. Yeah, I do like NJ though. So I'm gonna put this on my other screen. Slowly pushing down. Did we hit that TP? No, we barely missed that TP. We barely missed it. So I'm gonna let it do it thing. But literally every trade, y'all should be nice and blue on. Literally every trade. All right, so let's go back to GA. Yeah, my trading view is bugging out. There we go. I kind of like GA, but I don't know if it's going to break through that level. It possibly can, though, because it's been struggling to do so on the past couple of days. Euro AUD, on the other hand, just broke through this level. So we might prioritize Euro AUD over GA. Both trades can be valid, though. But obviously, I prefer to trade on a daily level over a 4-hour level, but they can very much so do the same move. But you can see some differences as well on these pairs. Yeah, we're going to see how this next 5 minute. I perfectly would like to wait for the 15. But if we zoom out, it looks kind of crazy on the daily. But if we just zoom out, kind of just focus on the past couple of weeks and days, price has been showing some bullish momentum. All right, after price hit this level here, we're catching sales here. We actually caught a sell here after price hit this resistance level, well, the support level. Rejected, broke through this, adjusted, keep climbing. You see new highs being made. You see higher lows being made. So this will be the perfect position for a higher high to be made. And I want to see if it can do exactly that. Got a nice rejection wick on the start of the daily candlestick once market reopened. That would have been a good entry on it. And they actually started the move last night. So if I was actually up, we probably would have jumped in on those me and the members, but I decided to sleep because my eyes were hurting from staring at the charts on this slow week. That's part of the game. So let's go ahead and look at these indexes while we're waiting on stuff. Waiting on retracements on these indexes. Look like they didn't. That was from last that was before market reopened. So they're kind of repeating the moves from yesterday. But again, I don't trade indexes during Asian session unless I'm holding a trade from the previous day, which would be London, New York. But I personally don't enter trades like indexes and stuff during Asian session. But in this case, if we did, we would be up. But it's all good. We're going to wait for a retracement, or we're going to wait to see how price reacts to this 4-hour level here. So that's what we're going to do with that. We're not going to be tripping too much about that. Now, oil, on the other hand, is kind of interesting. I have this level marked off. It's not a key daily or 4-hour level, but it's still a key level price that can be ignored, because if it isn't marked off, there's a high chance of, if we're in this trade, price is going to react a certain way when it hits this level. So that's why I was just like, I'm going to get off. That way I don't forget about it. And I'm not too shocked or surprised if or when price does what it's going to do. But I kind of like this right here. Kind of like this setup right here. Price has been dropping this week. But I can see it doing a retracement back up to the daily level. I can see that happening. So I'm going to see how this candlestick ends. And then we're going to go from there. Yeah, it's already starting to climb up. Yeah, those just joining though. We're only on one trade right now. Waiting on some setups for some other trades. Yeah, so this thing's retracing. So we're going to let that thing retrace. See if NJ is doing the same thing. Yeah. So we're going to let that do its thing. We're in no rush to enter any trades. Yes, that's doing a retest. Yeah, so we're going to see how this 15-minute candlestick ends and then go from there. Yeah, we're going to let these retrace as well. Yes, everything's doing retracements. This just barely missed that TP. All right, cool. Yeah, so we're waiting on the JPY pairs to retrace. NJ's at a decent entry, but we're waiting to see how this candlestick ends. And then what the next candlestick's going to look like. We're waiting for J to do a nice retracement as well. Did we look at CJ? Yeah, we did look at CJ. So the way CJ is looking, we might try to take a trade off this level right here. We might do that. That's all right there. Yeah, we might do that. But we caught a nice move on CJ as well. Tried to break and stay below it, but wicked out a couple times. Called this trade live as well. So we called GJ live yesterday. We called CJ live yesterday. We called Euro New Zealand live yesterday. It didn't do the full move. It kind of ended up doing what I was talking about on the live stream. Because again, yesterday's live, let's delete that because we never entered that trade. First, let's see what's going on. All right, so gold just did a retest as well. Yeah, so everything's doing a retracement on this candlestick. Gold's still bearish though. So not really tripping too much. I'm still strictly looking for sells off this. We do have that be considered an imbalance. Might have a slight one. We kind of got dealt with yesterday. Yes, I want to see this get broken through. But as I'm going to see here, price is bearish, especially if you look at the bigger time frames. No new highs have been made. So I'm not going to be looking for buys. Even if on like smaller time frames, it's doing some retracements. Still going to be just strictly looking for sells. Did a nice retracement here. This is a nice low being made. I want to see if it can hit the bottom of the daily level minimum today, if not farther. That's kind of what I want to see happen. It is on a did hit like a key level yesterday, but I want to see if we can break through that level and hit the next key level. So that's what we want to see if price can do. Yeah, but gonna be looking for strictly sells. In the sell here, we hit the first TP. It's doing a retracement. But yeah, we're looking for sells here. And even if a sell does get hit here, then possibly we're going to look for a sell at this daily level right here. I'm not really going to be looking for buys on gold until, I don't know. I'd have to wait and see how price reacts to like 1834, 1835 to consider looking for sells, but especially if price breaks above like 1845, then I might start looking for buys. But for now, just strictly looking for sells on everything. But all the USD pairs are doing some retracements, but they are still trying to push down, as you can see here. So not tripping too much about that. Yeah, so we're going to let those do their things. I'm going to delete that. Euro USD just hit the bottom of the zone, which is interesting. Yeah, so we're just going to be patiently waiting, not in any rush to enter any trades. So we're just going to be chilling and patiently waiting. Let's go back to this JPY pairs though. So let's just push back up at the above the zone. Let's see what GJ is up to. All right, so I'm talking about these retracements. These retracements need to happen anyways. Let's go back to your AUD. All right, yes, we might be jumping in on this the next 15. Because I do like this, because last time we looked at this, which was probably like about 5 minutes ago, this was red. It's pushing back up. Nice rejection wick on this candle. So we might enter this the next 15. Now, do keep in mind it has been pushing up all Asian session. So it could try to do some retests, but it just broke above a strong wall. Because we see yesterday, built a nice little wall here. Then we got another nice little wall here as well. Yes, let me go ahead and write this up. Because I do like how this is looking right here. Let me go ahead and post this disclaimer. Got about 2.5 minutes until the next 15. Let me write this up. SL. Yeah, that's a decent SL right here. That's a decent SL. From 55, 75. Cool. Yeah, I do like how this is looking right here, though. Do the nicer. Yeah, I like that right there. Yeah, so we're going to wait for this next 15. I want to see how this candlestick closes and what the next candlestick looks like. But I do like this right here. Let's put this back on the 15. Yeah, it's doing a retest, which was needed anyways, because it didn't really do a retest on the 15 after it broke below that level. So not too much of a shocker there. All right, we got 40 seconds until the next 15. AU is literally tickling the next TP. Let's see, these are probably still dropping as well. Yeah. Yeah, so we're going to leave the indexes alone for now. We're going to wait for them to retrace. Yeah, we're going to wait for these to retrace. Let's go back to oil. Yeah, so we're going to see what the next 15 on oil looks like as well. Yeah, so we're going to pay attention to your AUD. Hey, what's going on, David? I see you in here. Yeah, so new 15 just started. Let's see what this is looking like. Then we're going to go over how we did yesterday and this week as well in just a second. Yeah, but this thing is still bullish. Like I said, there is a slight chance it could do some retracements, but it just broke above a strong wall of price. The price is bullish, so I kind of still like this. The way I look at things, like obviously I want to trade off these key levels, but I'm like, I have this instilled in my head strictly. So you can see it's above this key level here, but it's like everything's showing buys. I'm strictly looking for buys, right? I know what I'm risking. I just posted a disclaimer in the free Telegram, first link in the description. Make sure to click that if it's your first time watching the stream or clicking on the channel. Also hit that subscribe button. I should have did a poll. I should have did a poll yesterday or 2 days ago because we caught a lot of moves last week, kind of this week too. Not as big as last week though. So I'm kind of trying to figure out what trade from last week I want to break down for free for y'all on YouTube. Because of course with the members and like the course people, I go over stuff in further detail. Oh yeah, by the way, I do got exclusive video dropping for the people in the course channel this weekend as well. And I also know that there were some issues with some of the videos in the course. I'm working on fixing those as well. So I forgot who it was, but I responded to you. I saw your message and comment, and that is getting fixed as we speak. So don't think I forgot about y'all. But that's going to be worked on and tweaked as well. Yeah, so we got the stuff retracing. So I'm going to let that do its thing. That's going to work out for us on the indexes as well. All right, so things are kind of slow right now. We're still going to be paying attention to your AD and stuff. I still got that on my other screen. But like usual, we're going to be patiently waiting. Price did just break above this level. So it's going to have to do a retest. I still like this for a buy, though. And it's currently still respecting that level as a support level. So not tripping too much about that. Let's see what these other pairs are up to. NJ. Yeah, so NJ is still trading as a resistance as of now. But we are seeing some retests. And I wouldn't be too shocked if it tries to push up a little bit more because GJ's pushing up. But again, retracements are part of the game. I'm not tripping too much about that because these are going to give us the entries we're looking for anyways. So we're going to go ahead and let them do that. Not tripping too much. Yeah. So we're just chilling right now. Still looking for buys. I don't really care. Price can retrace. I would like to enter here, but I'm not against entering off this 4-hour level either. So it's honestly whatever price wants to do. But I'm looking for buys at either level. I'm not really looking for sells on here. Not really looking for sells. So I'd like to look for a buy here, but if it wants to retrace back down to here, I'll look for a buy there here. That'll probably give me some more pips to catch regardless either way. I'm not against it. But let me zoom in so y'all see what I see. You see price hit this level just like the previous candlestick. See it tap this level and it's rejecting off of it. But I wouldn't be against this imbalance getting filled up before the push up either. Because it did do a nice explosion up. So retracement, I wouldn't be too against it. That way it can have a higher chance of just exploding up and being a little bit more smoother when we enter the trade. All right, so gold's retesting the 4-hour level. GJ's still pushing up. So yeah, so we're gonna let those do their thing right there. NJ is rejecting this the daily level. So yeah, I'm still looking for sells on these. But again, I'm not too surprised Price is doing this because the other main pairs still got some retracements to do. But I'm still strictly looking for sells on the JPY pairs as of now. Went for sells and call sells on yesterday's live. Hit a couple TPs, did a retracement, and this is why you always want to hope the SR TP gets hit as well. Because as you can see here, this thing barely missed our stop loss. And then what happened? That thing tanked, right? Kind of same thing with NU. Even if you go into the channel now, they're probably still there. I know sometimes people take them off after TPs get hit, but there was like 5 thumbs downs on this trade. But then, that thing dropped back down. Ripped through, we hit some TPs, and the thing's dropping down again. You're in profit again for today, and it looks like price is trying to attempt to drop back down. But yeah, that's just why you want to hold the SR TP gets hit. You know what I'm saying? And then also, and I go over all this in the disclaimer in the free Telegram. So I kind of don't want to like beat a dead horse, but like this stuff, the reason why I post this stuff every day is because that stuff's important. All right, and those are rules. Some of that stuff's rules I follow all this stuff in there, but some of those rules that I post are like rules that really like helped change things for me trading wise. This thing missed my entry. It's already trying to drop, but we're still gonna let that do its thing. But yeah, that's why I stress it so much. This thing just barely missed my entry too. Is my level up? I have a wall right here. But if I adjust it to this level here, then it would have hit my level. So maybe I needed to adjust it. Maybe that was on me. Because it hit that wall. But I was targeting another wall. I'm gonna let that do its thing still though. Yeah, so we're watching Euro AED. We're waiting for the JPY pairs to be ready to drop down, and then we're waiting for the indexes to do some retracements as well. But kind of similar to yesterday, still gonna be looking for sells on the indexes. Now we can kind of just see things a lot smoother. Like it's just crazy because if y'all were here last week and you just see how things kind of materialize, it's just crazy how things work. Because we were talking about sales for a little while, and now we see some lows we made, and this will be a perfect position for a lower low. So I would like to see a retracement so we can be at the peak of the drop. This will be a perfect day for a lower low. Now let's go over the news really quick because we have time to do that because price is being slow right now. Today's the 24th. So let's go ahead and refresh this because it's not 7 a.m. where I'm at. There we go. Let's go to the calendar. So today, kind of similar to yesterday, we got some red footer news for the USD at 8:30. Then that's like we got G20 meetings, and that's literally it. Nothing else major going on today. You know, there's some new home sales at 10. It's a revised consumer sentiment, but that's literally it. So it's gonna be a regular day because most days there's news during New York session. Like even on this Friday, there's news. There's news, not a major red folder, but orange folder on next Thursday. Look at this, 10 a.m. news on USD. So that's regular stuff, right? And the same thing here, 10 a.m. news on 8:30 Canadian news. So this is a normal looking week next week. Let me make sure I'm not missing anything. All right, cool. So we got a normal week next week. Let's see here. Yeah, so we got no major news on Monday. We got a couple orange folders. And then middle of the night during Asian session, we got JPY major news. We got a governor speaking. Then Tuesday, kind of same thing, a clean looking London session. Then we got GDP for Canada. Then at 10 a.m. we got consumer confidence for USD pairs. So GDPs usually are you'll see some spikes in the market usually. At least the past couple of weeks, we've seen that with GDP news. CPI, so FOMC, CPI, and GDP, we usually will see some spikes in the market. Not all the time, but a lot of the time. But those right there, we'll see some spikes in the market. And then, of course, like when governors speak and stuff like that. Yeah, so it's looking like a pretty clean week to next week, which is kind of great. So we're going to end this. It looks like we're going to end this month on a great note and start the last month of the first quarter on a great note as well. At least news-wise. So we're just going to be strictly just waiting for the charts to do what they do and waiting for our setups to materialize. And we do that every day. But granted, that's a huge push to the top side. Yeah, so we're going to see, and this is off a new 5-minute. Yeah, so we're going to see what this, how this 5-minute closes and how the new 15 opens. So that's what we're going to be looking for. That was a huge push up, which was interesting. Still looking for sales still as of now. That's not going to really change until yeah, I'm still going to look for sales right now. We'll see. We're going to see how price reacts to that resistance level. because like how we went over yesterday, price is kind of bullish, but you could tell by just how price was moving yesterday and the candle structure that price was going to at least drop down to this support level, which it did. It broke a little bit farther than it. Then you see the rejection wick, and now price is pushing back up, retesting this level. So we're going to wait to see how it reacts to this support resistance level, and see if we continue to treat it as a resistance. We kind of see it still being treated as a resistance. Like we just saw it drop down a little bit. But yeah, so we're going to see how price reacts to that level. Do get this imbalance getting filled. Yeah, so we're going to see what this next 15 looks like and go from there. Euro AD is still kind of chilling on this daily candlestick. It's kind of dropping down. Like I said, I still look for buy. So even if it drops down, if I don't go for a buy here, I'm going to go for a buy here. Either way, I don't really care. Of course, I'm not going to just jump in on it. I'm still going to wait for the confirmations and stuff. But not tripping too much about that stuff. Looks like NAS is still dropping. Yeah, so we're just patiently waiting, y'all. Going to move this over to the right. And we're going to move this to the right as well. Because we didn't enter this trade. We could have entered this trade. Oh, I already put this thing here. All right, cool. Yeah, so we're just going to be chilling, patiently waiting. The USD pairs are retracing back up, though. GB New Zealand's pushing up as well. Yeah, so we're going to see what this next 15 looks like. Yeah, we got everything retracing right now. Yeah, so we got about a minute to the next 15. We want to see what this looks like. Yeah, but for now, we're just chilling right now. I mean, shit, we're slow. We're supposed to have been done this. All right, so this is how we did yesterday. Well, that's not how we did yesterday. This is how we did yesterday. So there was a couple swing trades this week. Not intentional, because y'all know I prefer to day trade and be in and out of trades at the end of the day before market closes. But that doesn't happen all the time. So USDJPY, I don't even remember what day I called this trade. What day did I call this trade? It had to be like Tuesday or Wednesday, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, Tuesday. So it didn't hit the final TP till yesterday. So it was about a 2-day hold on that trade. The New Zealand USD TP3 got hit. Called that trade on I think I called that trade Wednesday. Caught 17 pips. The Euro New Zealand TP2 got hit. Caught 10 pips. ADUSD TP6 got hit. Caught 30 pips. CJ all TPs got hit. We caught 57 pips. GJ all TPs got hit. We caught 63 pips. And the NAS100 all TPs got hit. So we caught 149 points or 14,900 pips. And we already showed you the NU trades right there. You already seen the AU trade. Y'all saw the CJ trade. And we caught all these live on stream on their respective days. And of course, you've seen the GJ. So the new 15 did just start. Still strong green candlestick on that. Your AED has turned green as well. I see that on my other screen. Let me show you on y'all's screen so you see what I'm talking about. So I'd still like this for a buy, but I want to see how price reacts to that level of price right there before we jump in on it. But I do like this for a buy still. So these are dropping back down. So that means gold's probably trying to drop back down, which it is. Yeah, but I do like Euro AED. I do like Euro AED. Again, I'm just trying to make sure it's going to treat this level as a support level. Because again, like, I am not scared of losing the trade, but that doesn't mean I want to just like, jump in. Oh, I got wicked out. Okay, let me enter here then. Okay, I got wicked out. Let me enter here then. I don't want to do that because that would just be ending up intentionally or unintentionally building a bad habit. And that's not what I want to do either. So that's why I don't know, might take a little longer than other people for my confirmations, but it works for me, so I'm not really tripping about that. But these things are still dropping. So we're just gonna let them do their thing. Because we don't chase trades over here. So we're just gonna let them do their thing. I'm still watching Euro AED on my left monitor, and we're just flipping through these other pairs on this screen so y'all can see what I see. So at least as of now, price could potentially drop back down. So we're gonna wait and see if price decides to do that. CJ is doing his own thing right now though. EU's trying to drop back down. AU's trying to drop back down. Gold's dropping back down. GU might be valid. Still too early to jump in on that though. Then we're looking at Euro AED. Yeah, so I do kind of like this right here. So let me write this up because I do kind of like this right here. SL for this, 55.75. So this would be about 56.10. About 35 pip stop loss, which is not bad at all. So let me go ahead and write this up. All right, so we got about 50 seconds. I want to see how this 5-minute closes. I want to see if we can stay above this level. So we got about 30 seconds on that. I do like how this is looking though. All right, new 5-minute just started. I'm gonna keep this on my other screen. I want to see what these other pairs are looking like. All right, so still treating that level as resistance as of now. But I want to see it drop back down before we enter those. So we're gonna let those do their thing still. Gold's trying to break back below this 4-hour level. Yeah, we got the USD pairs trying to drop down as well. Index is still slowly dropping down. Yes, we're gonna let those do their thing right there. Let's see what GA is looking like. So that thing's slowly creeping up as well. GN. Yeah, so I'm gonna keep this on this screen. And I got Euro AD on my other screen. Yeah, so we're just patiently waiting, y'all. Yeah, the way GJ is and how it moved yesterday, I might be extra safe. So I want to look for a sell here, but price does break above this level. I might not. Let's see. Before I say that, let me go on the daily really quick. Let me make sure I'm caught up on comments. Deep blue in all my trades, USDJPY, USDCHF, waiting on your signal for my third trade. First normal day throughout the week or the month as well. Yeah, it's definitely been a one of those months for sure. But like you need these hard months because you just have because this is how the charts really be. Like the charts have some predictability to it, but there's always a hint of like unpredictability, and what that would be like, I mean, the holidays you can kind of predict, but like at the same time, like if you're like me, I don't keep track of the holidays, and for the most part, I don't know when there's going to be a holiday. I don't really celebrate most holidays. Like my family would have to like remind me of like like those family holidays and stuff like that. But that's besides the point. Even if it's like a regular week, some weeks are going to have bigger pumps than other weeks. Some days are gonna have bigger moves than other days. So like some slow days, the slow months, the slow quarters, how you trade and move those days and those weeks will really show you what kind of trader you are and if you can like do this long term, which most people can. It's just you have to adjust yourself. Like if you are trying to learn how to trade and you keep making mistakes and you're not fixing those mistakes or identifying those mistakes, then yeah, what you want to expect to happen? You're not improving yourself, so your results aren't going to change. Only thing that's going to happen is you're going to get more frustrated. You might start revenge trading. You might start trying to make your losses back the wrong way, which would be, okay, well, I just lost $50 this trade, so let me try to make that back and try to make, I'm gonna risk double that amount this trade. So I'm gonna risk $100 this trade, like doing dumb stuff like that. I used to do stuff like that as well. But the slow months, the slow days are really gonna show you like what kind of trader you are, like, and if there's like things you need to improve on. I mean, you're always going to have to like improve, and you're going to have to be a student at all times because there's stuff you're going to learn at all times. The markets do change, every year. Like there might be some similarities this month from last month. I mean, last year, this month, this time, but there's also some differences and changes because it's a new year, a new day, and all that good stuff. But even with this week or this month, it's definitely been slower. We enter a lot less trades, but even so, whoops, let me delete this because I don't need y'all jumping on that trade. That's just a trade idea for if we do jump in on that. Actually, I shouldn't have deleted that because it just hit my price level. So we actually are going to enter this. Actually, it's 355, so we're going to wait for the this candlestick to close. But even with the slow week, we went 4-0 yesterday. We're still 9-1 for the week. So yeah, granted, last week, which was also a slow week, but even with that slow week, we went like 15-0 last week. So even with us taking less trades, if we still end those trades blue, it doesn't matter. You know what I'm saying? Like, doesn't matter. The goal is the trades you enter to end them and close them blue. You know what I'm saying? That's the ultimate goal. Like there's some trades out there that only take one trade a day. And they're still profitable for the week, obviously, and stuff like that. Like you don't got to take a bunch of trades because overtrading is definitely a thing. Definitely a thing. Yeah, but right now we're just chilling. I do like EA, but I'm following my rules, which everyone should do. If you got rules, stick to your rules because sometimes you might get lucky breaking them, but those rules are placed for a reason. So just stay disciplined, stick to your rules. So that's what I'm doing right now. So I'm going to wait for this candlestick to close before I make a decision whether I want to enter or not. Gold has broken back below the zone. GU is tempting. So we're going to see what the next 15 looks like. We might enter GU as well. Because GU is looking tempting, not gonna lie. But I'd actually rather go for Euro USD just because we're at a daily level on that, and the risk to reward is looking a lot more attractive. Well, they actually look the same. They actually look the same. Well, this one's a little bit higher still. But we'll see. Because the candle structure, as you can see the similarities. We can also see the differences in them. But yeah, price is still treating this level as a resistance on GJ and NJ, as y'all can see. Well, no, NJ is broken above it. But I'm going to be watching still. Just patiently waiting. If y'all were in the stream yesterday, kind of saw the same thing. Actually, let's see. What time did we enter our first trade yesterday? Hold on, am I tripping? You can ignore that. I just saw some. My bad, yo. I just saw some. If I did, hey, whatever. Oh, I did. Okay. I put that in the wrong. So now I want to see. My bad, y'all. I'm getting sidetracked, but I might have gave y'all a sneak peek on accident yesterday of what be going down in the advanced play signal room. But I mean, it is what it is. I'm not going to delete it now. It's a little too late. But now it's got me curious. I'm trying to see. I did. What's yesterday's date? The 23rd? I did. I put that in the wrong channel. Oh, well. Why does this keep popping up? Oh, well. I did. I put this in the wrong channel. So, oh, well. At least y'all see what I be doing in the. So I put that in the course channel and the free channel when I was supposed to go in the course channel in the advanced play signal room. But oh well, that happens. But basically, that video y'all are gonna see, where I'll scroll up right here. Not that one. This is kind of like the type of videos I drop for the members and people that purchase the course. It's basically what I drop before New York session, usually about 2 hours before 8 o'clock. It's basically going to be an update of the trades we're in that we took it on live, or that me and the members are in, as well as the free plays, and then also key price levels to look out for and the potential setups going into New York. I ain't never did that before, but hey, it happens. But basically, it's there now. I'm not going to delete it. That'd be stupid and petty. But that's basically what the type of videos I drop. Sometimes they're a little bit longer. It just depends on if there's lots to talk about. But, I'm not going to beat a dead horse. If I can make my point in 30 seconds, I'm going to make my point in 30 seconds. But, because some of them be like 8 minutes long, some be 5 minutes, some been 10 minutes. That one just happened to be 2 minutes. Because again, it's been a slow week, so it hasn't really been much to talk about. But yeah, we're just waiting. New 15 did just start. New 15 did just start. Gold's dropped back down. I'm watching EA on my other screen. I'm still keeping an eye on it. These things are right next. Well, AU is right next to. Yeah, I like your AUD, so we're gonna enter that. And it's a good thing we waited for the next 15 because now we got a better entry, anyways. Because every pip does count. So I'm going to write these TPs up in a second. And of course, if you don't see what I see, you don't have to enter. But every trade I post is a trade I am personally entering. So, I'm never going to call a trade out that I'm not in. That's just me personally. right, cool. So I just posted TPs in the channel. Let me go ahead and mark off the first TP. Okay, so we just did TP1. It just wicked it. All right, down. All right, so we're at TP1 right now. Okay, so keep in mind, kind of just like Euro New Zealand. Speaking of that, let's see if these New Zealand pairs have done what I wanted them to do. This one not yet. Still trying. This one's still pushing. We could enter here. We could enter here. The risk reward will still be valid, but I really want to see my level get hit because it'll be not real annoying, but it'll be kind of like, you know, when you enter a trade, but you wanted to wait for a retracement, but you decide to enter. Then as soon as you enter, it wants to retrace to, the exact price level you was looking for. Yeah, I kind of don't want to see that happen. So I'm just going to stick to my rules and patiently wait. But it would be still a decent risk reward and showing on these candlesticks that is treating this level as a strong resistance. It makes sense because there's a level of traffic right above this daily level. So, you know, that does make sense. But y'all should be blue on Euro AED right now. We are at TP1. About to see if we can hit TP2. And let's see what these indexes. Yeah, so we're just going to be chilling. Next week, I would like to have it be a lot smoother. But of course, we're just going to have to wait and see if that's what the markets are going to provide for us. Yeah, but GJ's still kind of chilling here. So we're still going to watch. Like I said, like, if the move yesterday didn't happen, I'd still be looking for buys. Even if it breaks above this level, a buy would be tempting. But we do have this level of traffic that it did reject yesterday. And because of the move that happened yesterday, I kind of want to be just on the safe side. It just depends what these candlesticks look like if it does break above this 4-hour level too. Because price is still bullish. This could have just been a lower low made yesterday. And a higher high could be made today. I can definitely see that happening as well. Because if we take our biases out the way, hit this daily level and then pushed up. So if I would have entered a buy here, I'd be up a stupid amount of pips. Stupid amount of pips. So we're going to see, it really just depends on what I see here and how price reacts to this level here. So that's what we're just going to be waiting on. But as of now, it's still treating as a resistance, as we can see. TP1 got hit on EA and is retracing back down to our entry. But we're going to let that run and do its thing. Yeah, but it's a little bit of a slow start. But as always, we're going to hold to SL or TP gets hit. Let me see. Yeah, so we're just going to be paying attention to GJ. I'm going to probably set alerts for indexes, or I just might stare at them all day like I've been doing this entire week. But I want to enter those. Like, I don't know if y'all noticed, but I've been focusing a lot more on gold in the indexes lately than usual. Kind of trying to get back into it because, again, there was those couple of months where they were just choppy and there weren't any good setups. So, like, I kind of just dismissed them. But now that there are good entries and good opportunities to catch pips, I'm kind of trying to focus back in on them. And obviously that's been working out in our favor, especially with gold. We've been going crazy with the gold trades lately. All right, so we're a couple pips away from TP2 now. And we could have entered GA as well. But again, you don't want to enter every pair. You want to just go through all your pairs that you look at and do your analysis and then figure out which ones have the cleanest looking setups. And then there's a few things you have to go over. I actually got a couple of videos discussing things you should do before entering any trade. And I might actually drop and link those. But we would enter GA, we'd be nice and blue on this as well. But hey, we're blue on this too, and we already hit TP1. So let me go ahead and notify the people that TP1 got hit. And we barely missed TP2. Give me 1 second. Yeah, man, but make sure hit that like button, y'all, because we're a pip away from hitting TP2. And those that have been still coming to these streams and watching, especially all the way through, I do appreciate y'all, because even if we're not entering trades, which I get, most people probably here, because I call free plays out, and there's not a lot of people that do that consistently every day. But those that are here actually kind of learn. Hope you are getting some value out of this stuff. I mean, y'all should be paying attention, but there's a lot of stuff, a lot more you can learn outside of a trade than while you're in a trade. You can learn in both, but again, you can learn a lot more about yourself and trading in general when you're on the charts. You're patiently waiting for your setups, sticking to your rules, not chasing trades, all that good stuff. That stuff is really going to help you out in the long term. At least it's definitely helped me out in the long term, personally. All right, so these are still pushing up. Perfect. So now, out of curiosity, I want to see if it'll hit my level that I originally had it marked off, which was right here. Now I want to see if it'll hit that level. And we're barely away from TP1, so I want to keep it on here. We're half a pip away. I want to see if we can hit it. Damn, barely just missed it. We want to see if we can hit it. We got a new 5 minute. I want to see if we can hit it before that 5 minute. Nope, there we go. All right, TP2 just got hit. Y'all should be nice and blue on y'all screens. Ooh, yeah, that thing was definitely struggling to break through and hit that TP. But once it broke through and hit that TP, that thing ripped up. All right. So we got a new 5 minute about to pop up right now. So we're going to see how this 5 minute looks. And how this 15 ends. GJ is breaking above that level. So let me fix this so I can put a more accurate level to look at, which would be this. So I'm going to wait to see how price reacts to that level right there. Like I said, I kind of want to be safe on this. I'm definitely going to wait to see what the next couple candlesticks look like above this level. Because again, price is kind of bullish, and this would have been a good entry for a buy right here. So we could possibly go for a buy if it wants to treat this level as a support level. Because on the bigger time frames, price is bullish, but yeah, price is still bullish, so it can possibly push up. We're just gonna have to wait and see what these next couple candlesticks look like. Yeah, we're just gonna have to wait and see what these next couple candlesticks look like. And we just hit another TP on AU. What TP was that? 67.80. So we got the TPs getting hit now. What was that? 67.80. What TP was that? That was TP7. So me and the members still eating off this trade. Yeah, definitely been one of those weeks though. Let's see what NU's up to. NU's definitely been struggling. AU's been moving a lot smoother than NU, that's for sure. But yeah, we're gonna be chilling. We're not gonna enter anything else right now. We're just gonna be in these two trades, and of course the trades that we entered earlier this week. We're just gonna be in those 2 trades. Gonna be paying attention to GJ and the indexes. But yeah, we're just gonna be in these 2 trades for now. Got a couple minutes till the next 15 pops up. So what I'm about to do is link that video I was just talking about. And yeah, we're gonna see how this 15 ends. Let me make sure. Let me catch up on these comments. This is why you're learning smart money. I mean, there's some things to learn from smart money. I did a little bit of smart money studying back in the day, and some stuff I still use. Some smart money stuff I still use and implement in this strategy. Like I said, there's a bunch of different strategies, and every strategy works. Obviously, some strategies have higher win rates or success rates than others, but honestly, it doesn't matter what strategy you use. Obviously, I like my strategy. I've tried a bunch of different things. Like I've tried tons of different strategies, tons of different indicators, and all that stuff. But this is the one that's been the most successful for me. The strategy I use. But I'm not a hater on smart money. There are some things you can definitely learn from smart money. Yeah, plan will help you to make on how much to lose a day and how much to make every day. If you reach your daily loss, you will stop trading soon. For daily win, this will help you. Yeah, exactly. Actually, I have a video for that too. That's what I'm saying, y'all. If y'all still in the stream, this is your first time on the stream, of course, hit that like button and also subscribe because we don't just live trade every day. Yeah, let's just keep it on here. We don't just live trade every day, but I do post content on here: trade breakdowns, trading tip videos, trading plan videos, trading strategies. So now we're about to go to that because you just said 2 videos. You just talked about 2 videos that I actually got, and those will actually help you out. So I'm about to link those in a second. Let me just catch up to his comments. Even though this month was bad, but I still managed to flip my 10K account and now to 28K. So I'll call this month the win. Exactly, Sparky. That's how you got to look at things. All right, especially I get it. It's kind of hard when you're a new trader, but you got to think of things in the long term with trading. Because again, like I get it. You see these videos on YouTube and Instagram, these quick 30-second clips of people making, people's salary in one day, or even what Sparky made this month in a month, or what he made this month in a day. But there's a few things you got to understand. You don't got that. Everybody's account size is different. So, you're not going to make what they made unless you have that. Well, not even necessarily have that account, but if you're risking what they're risking, you know what I'm saying? But then on top of that, like, again, if you don't got a big account, you're not going to make, big money. Like, even on small accounts, you can make good money though. Like, I definitely have made like 50% in one day or double accounts in a week. In small accounts, I even had a member. Shout out to him. He knows who he is. But his first month with me, he turned $200 to over $1,100, so over $1,000 in literally 2 weeks. And I actually got that on my Instagram. It's somewhere on my Instagram. It's somewhere on my Instagram, but it's also in the student member group chat. But that same dude, he's also one that passed one of the funded challenges, and he was up a stupid amount. I don't know how he is doing right now. I haven't hit him up and asked for an update, but he was doing pretty good. He was up on that. But all that stuff's in the group chat, like all those receipts, as well as other students' results with trades and funded accounts. But again, like I was saying, it's like an investment, right? That's like back in the day, if y'all were buying, stocks or crypto, and you was upset that you weren't up 20% that same night. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's not how trading works. Trading is definitely, you got to take it day by day, of course, but trading is definitely week by week, month by month, quarter by quarter basis. All right, especially if you have a smaller account, that's how you should see things. This isn't a get rich quick scheme. And again, like you might see a bunch of videos of people making like ridiculous amounts of money, but you don't see what's going on behind the scenes. And it's definitely not, again, realistic if you don't have the account size to even handle the lot sizes, especially the drawdown and all that good stuff. All right. It's like I always say. So again, just look at this week. This week has been slower than other weeks, right? You know what I'm saying? We're only 9-1 for this week. And if we scroll up, by the way, y'all, actually before what trade was this? Oh yeah, they was upset about this trade. I don't really care though. But yeah, like that's another thing. Like that's what I was just talking about. Like people expect to win every trade. Like how many times have we called crazy trades live or hit some crazy trades, but like that one loss out the month? Like actually, let's scroll down because let's talk about this. Let's talk about this. First of all, I call this GJ right? What was this? This was the 20th. So that was Monday. I called that thing on President's Day. Well, was it President's Day? I don't even know. I think President. I don't know. Whatever holiday was on Monday, right? I called that buy. First of all, before I called that loss, right? Before that loss happened, what day was it? Because I want to make sure I got that right. Okay. Before that loss happened, did I not call two huge 160 pip moves, right? And that's just GJ strictly. Then I called the buy. Okay, stop loss got hit. But what happened the next day? The move I wanted to look for, because let's just go back. What was my entry? 161.65, right? And let me just do this for you. Let me do this for you because we got time to talk. Because like I said, I'm not entering any other trades. I just want to talk about this because I personally don't care, but this might help someone that's watching. This might help change your mindset with trading so you don't become like that handful of people there. And if you're watching, don't get offended by me saying that because again, I used to be like that as well, but it's not a realistic way of thinking. And if you literally go into trading, think you're going to win every single trade, you're silly. So what was it? I think it was 161.65. So let's talk about this real quick. All right. So this was the entry I called out. 161.65, right? This was the exact entry I called out. Stop loss was 161.20. So literally the same move. I called this out a day before. So let's shift this over to the 20th, right? So you see the entry, see the SL. Here we go. 161.20. First of all, it barely hit my SL and didn't even close underneath it. It wicked it for one. And then what happened after it wicked it? That thing shot all the way back up. And then what happened the next day? The move I wanted happened, right? The move I wanted to see happened. Literally the next day. So two things. It didn't even close or rip through my stop loss. But then on top of that, it ended up doing the move I wanted the next day. And these are the reactions after going 15-0 the week beforehand. Again, I don't care, but it's like you just got to think really quick. You just won 15 trades in a row, and then you take a loss on a bank holiday, and you're upset after you just won 15 trades in a row. Now, am I tripping, or is that still good? You just won 15-0, and then you lost a trade. You're still 15-1 if we're just counting that week. Like, is that still not a good win rate? Are you still not up for your account? Did you just blow all your wins from those 15 trades? I hope not. But it's stuff like that. Like if you have that mindset, trading's just gonna be hard for you and a lot more stressful. That's all I gotta say about that. But let's go back to the good stuff. We just hit another TP, y'all. So if you're still watching, go ahead and hit the like button. I'm going to drop those videos I was just talking about. I just wanted to talk about that really quick. You know what I'm saying? Because again, like it just don't make sense to me. And again, it doesn't bother me. I don't really care. But it just doesn't make sense. Like, if you just think about it, it just doesn't make sense. You know what I'm saying? It just doesn't make sense, at least to me. But enough of that. We're hitting some TPs. Y'all screen should be blue. Let's see what's going on here. AU's dropping nicely. NU's trying to go back. Let's go back to GJ. Yeah, so I don't know. I might just watch GJ because, again, it's kind of an iffy spot. It'll be go back bullish, but I want to see if the downtrend's going to begin, or if that was just a lower low. I mean, lower high being made. All right, so I'm about to find that video I was talking about. Let me catch up to these comments really quick. Some of your trades were assumed the 2-0 things about, hey, no problem, Sparky. That's why I do this. That's why I do this for real, for real. One thing I realized ever since I joined your channel is that your calls are not that. It's just sometimes the calls too early, too soon. Yeah, exactly. Just like that GJ I was talking about. Yeah, because again, like the way I trade is I'm going with the overall direction price is going. So of course, sometimes, you know, it might get stuck in a level of what I call like a level of traffic or things like that. But again, like the way I'm trading, you have a higher probability of the trade going your way. Now, sometimes we might get stuck. It might be turned to a swing trade like this week. But for the most part, you know, it goes our way. That's why knowing how to trade will help instead of hating. You just showing that you depend solely on your signals for your wins. Even still, never expect to win every day. That's exactly. That's why risk management is important. Exactly. And I'm glad you get it, Sparky. And that's again why if you just go to the Telegram, first link in the description, I post the same disclaimer religiously every day before I post any trade. This is today. You see the 24th. Boom. I post this like 30 minutes before I posted the first trade. Now let's scroll up. Actually, that's going to go too far. This is yesterday, right? Same thing. Same disclaimer. Posted it before the first trade, right? Let's keep scrolling. Same thing. Posted before the first trade was called. Put their thumbs down. Yeah, see, they still got thumbs downs on this, but you know, we hit TPs yesterday on this. Whoops. Let's scroll up again. Even on this day, same thing. Posted before the first trade. I post the same thing. All right. And if you just read it, it'll go over a lot of that stuff, right? So, first thing, use proper risk and do not over leverage. Every trade is not guaranteed to go all the way to the final TP or in our favor at all. Okay. And that's just facts, right? And then, like I said, every trade I post, I'm personally entering. That's why I say if you don't see what I see, if you don't agree with what I agree, or if you don't agree with my analysis, you don't have to enter. But these are trades that I personally entering. All right. Do your own chart analysis. Before entering any trade, do your own chart analysis to see. Or if you're on a live stream with me, you know, you see my chart analysis, you can pull up your charts, your levels, or however you trade, and, you know, confirm or compare what you see, what I see, whatever the case may be. If price is still near my entry, no TVs got hit, you can enter, right? Because I'll get messages like, hey, is this trade still valid to enter? And, you know, it'll be like at our entry or we'll be in slight drawdown. So I'm like, hey, you know, it didn't hit a TP. So, you know, if you see what I see, you can still enter. And that goes to the second part that you see the same thing I'm seeing. Stick to your trading goal and don't get greedy. Once it's blue, it is on you. Profit is never yours until you move SL on profit or close the trade. Then, of course, when a TP is hit, it'll either reject or break through. So keep an eye on your charts, which is also why I do my best to try to notify y'all as soon as a TP gets hit. And we kind of saw that with your AED. When TP1 got hit, what happened? It rejected. When TP2 got hit, it rejected. Even with TP3, which was at right here, 5620, it rejected a little bit. Then it's pushing up. So we see stuff like that happen all the time. So everything I post is for a reason. And then, of course, I recommend risking 1 to 5% of your account per trade. So going back to what I was just talking about, we went 15-0 last week. And then we lost one trade, and you saw all those reactions. So if you're risking 5% of your account per trade and you just went 15-0, now granted, not all those trades hit every TP, but most of those trades hit at least like TP3. So if you went 15-0, you're risking 5% of your trade account, and you took 15 trades. And then let's say you risk 5% of your account on that one loss. I don't even have to do the math. Like, just if you have an understanding of simple math, you should still be up for the month, or you should still have plenty of profits from last week. So for you to react that way, it just shows me that you either over leverage, you expect to win every trade, or I don't even know. I feel like there's a third option, but I can't think of it right now. Those are like the big two right there. So at the end of the day, you know what I'm saying? Like, obviously, if I call a trade out, like I said, I'm in that trade too, I lost that trade too, but like that didn't kill my profits from last week. And then even that, like we made that back up literally the next day. I don't even remember what date. Yeah, it was the 20th. So we made that back literally the next day. Again, slow week. We went 2-1 the next day. Still made that back. Then on Wednesday, still made that back. Even with the NU being in drawdown, we still got 20 pips and then 74 pips for that day. And then, of course, yesterday, we definitely made that money back and up for the week. So even though we started the week off bad, we still ended it up for the week. Then even today, we just helped. What's the word I'm looking for? Like stamp that in stone. You get what I'm saying? So it's like, that's what I'm saying. You gotta take things. Yeah, this might be tempting me for a buy, but you gotta take things on a day by day, week by week, month by month basis, especially with smaller accounts, because you can't handle small accounts. You know, funded accounts or putting more money in your account is not going to help you one bit if you can't manage small accounts. All right, but enough of that. Let me go ahead and post those videos I was talking about. Make sure to follow me on Instagram and TikTok. You'll see it on the bottom of your screen at Playmaker_Ways to Instagram, Playmaker Ways to TikTok. I post daily on both pages. Help me get to 1,000 followers on TikTok. Once I hit 1,000 followers on TikTok, I'm gonna be going live on there as well. It won't be during this time. We'll probably most likely, if it's not New York session, it's definitely gonna be like Asian session and stuff like that. But YouTube is gonna be strictly where I'll be going live on London session. So be on the lookout for that. Now I just gotta find that video we was just talking about. All right, so I'm gonna drop a few videos before we hop off the stream. So this first video is 3 things you need to do before entering any trade. Then the second video is 5 things or 5 tips to help make me become profitable. And again, all this stuff in these videos are things that I actually do myself. I'm not just saying shit that sounds nice. And there was one more video. NIP, best way to grow. Here it is. Best way to grow your account. All right, and you see on the thumbnail of this last video I'm about to drop, and in the video I show receipts. But I also might go over like what my students did in this video as well. But the thumbnail and the receipts I show are my personal trades where I flipped a small account. Like I doubled an account in 2 weeks using this strategy. And then other days I made like 20-50% of my account in like a day sometimes. But yeah, this is all stuff that I personally do and use to this day. But the last video is, of course, like you might not double your account, but like realistically, you can in 2 weeks. Every 2 weeks, you can double your account if you stick to those rules. Obviously, it depends on market conditions as well. But this definitely is a valid strategy and strategy I use to compound and grow my accounts, personal accounts. Of course, you can't really compound funded accounts, but you can still use that strategy with funded accounts. But that's mainly targeted for like personal accounts, long term wise. So make sure to check those videos out. All right. If you want to hit me up and contact me directly, you can hit me up in the DMs on Instagram, playmaker_way. I respond to all messages within the day. If you catch me at a good time, I can respond as quick as 5 minutes to an hour. But I do get back to y'all within the day for sure. I answer all questions. There's no such thing as a stupid question. So yeah, if you got any questions about that, you can hit me up. Now, if you're interested in learning how to identify these levels on your own and how to see what I see on these charts, so you can catch some moves like I did yesterday on GJ, CJ, AU. This is a little bit off. Pretty sure. Yeah, TradingView is trolling me. I'm pretty sure we entered this. I don't even know. TradingView kind of threw me off. I might have to. I'm gonna fix that. I'm gonna fix that. TradingView kind of threw me off because it keeps on like shifting my stuff over on some weird stuff. But if you're interested in how to identify these levels or trade how I do and learn how to identify these key price levels that you see on these blue and golden lines, all right, go ahead and click that second and third link in the description. The official playbook course is officially out. All right, it comes with an exclusive Telegram channel where you get chart analysis daily, and then also updates to the trades we're currently in, key price levels, kind of similar to the thing I dropped on accident in the free Telegram yesterday. So that's kind of a quick, shorter version of it, but it honestly just depends on what needs to be talked about. I'm not going to beat a dead horse. So if I can explain and go over everything in 2 minutes, I will. But some videos are longer. But it comes with that. It comes with 2 cheat sheets that's in the exclusive channel. The first cheat sheet is key prices. I mean, not key prices, key times to look for trade setups. And if I didn't do it already, I'm going to update that and add not just the key times, but the pairs to look at for each one of those key times. Then the second cheat sheet is a correlating pair cheat sheet. So we're going to talk about pairs that move the same and pairs that move opposite. Then, of course, there's the course, you know what I'm saying? But it's not just a Forex course. Of course, I go over how to trade using my Forex strategy. But the course later just teaches you how to read candlesticks in the charts. All right, this works on obviously gold. Obviously works on indexes. We caught a huge on that yesterday. Obviously works on currency pairs. We caught huge moves yesterday, and we're currently up in blue on this trade right now. So obviously works on currency pairs, but it also works on stocks and options, and then cryptos. All right, so this strategy will literally show you how to read charts. If it's a candlestick, especially if it's on TradingView, this will show you how to effectively read those charts. And it works on all time frames. I just prefer to use the bigger time frames, but it works on the smaller time frames as well. So if you're interested in that stuff, that is currently on sale. Click that second link in the description. Or if you just want to get notified and get all my signals, join the Advanced Play Signal Room, because as you know, I don't post every trade in the free Telegram. So if you want to make sure you're notified, you don't miss any pips, join the Advanced Play Signal Room. Join the Advanced Play Signal Room. That's currently on sale too. Got a monthly, yearly, and lifetime subscription for those. Comes with a student member group chat. Also comes with the price watch list and chart analysis update. every day before New York session, and all that good stuff. I actually go over that stuff. I didn't post it yesterday, but I posted the day before. So let me tell you the date so y'all can just look at that yourselves. When was the last time I posted that? Yeah, so just scroll to the 21st, and you're gonna see all the details of what comes in advance placed in the room. Right, so we trade strictly Tokyo session with the members. So all the trades we enter during Asian session are strictly for the members, and then of course during London, New York session, y'all gonna get half, if not more, of the trades that I enter. But yeah, we're gonna go ahead and hop on. Like I said, I'm not entering anything else right now. I'm watching GJ still, but I'm leaning towards a buy here. I don't know if I would enter it, but I can see a buy setup here. That could have just been a lower high being made yesterday, kind of like what we were talking about. I was waiting to see if it was going to start the downtrend. It can very much so do it later on during going into New York. But as of now, I'm looking and leaning towards buys. I'm not gonna lie to y'all. Now, will I enter that? Who knows? Who knows? But that is what I'm seeing as of now. That can change though. And speaking of that, GN just hit my level, which is nice. So we're gonna see, because it is bearish. It is bearish. Yes, bearish. Yes, I'm gonna look for a sell on here. Look for a sell on here. Oh, that's why it looked weird. I was like, what the heck? There we go. Also, in the 5 minutes instead of 15. Yeah, so I want to wait to see what this next 15 looks like on GN as well. Y'all enter that trade with me, or if y'all learned something from this stream, or y'all just enjoyed this stream, make sure you hit that like button, y'all. Make sure you hit that like button. I'm about to mark this off right here. Also hit that subscribe button too. And doing a giveaway at 500 subs and 1,000 subs. And we're almost at 500 subs. So go ahead and hit that like button, y'all. And that subscribe button. But yeah, we're just going to be chilling right now. I kind of want to get in on these indexes, but I'm just waiting on the retracements or for them to hit the next price level. And then we're going to go from there. Goes back below the 4-hour level. EU's dropping and EU's dropping. So yeah, definitely a slow month, but definitely still a profitable month so far. And yeah, I'm gonna see y'all next week. Same time, London session. Let's go. We just went over the news, but let's go over the news today one more time. So we do have some red folder news at 8:30 for the USD pairs. And then we got some orange folder at 10 a.m., but that's literally it. But as you know, usually the high impact news from the USD pairs affects majority of the pairs. Of course, the indexes, of course, gold, of course, USD pairs, and then sometimes the JPY and Canadian pairs as well. So just keep that in mind on that time, 8:30 a.m. EST. And yeah, we're just gonna chill and let these trades do their thing. That's literally what we're gonna do. We're just gonna let these trades do their thing. And yeah, we out. Gonna see y'all next week.